General Hospital. Morning regrets, quiet devotion, and a promise that could break. Tuesday's episode of General Hospital appears poised to trade explosive action for something more dangerous in the long run: intimacy, suspicion, and the kind of hope that can collapse under the weight of one unanswered question. The story threads tug in two directions at once. One built on the fragile aftermath of a night that blurred boundaries, and another anchored in a desperate attempt to keep faith alive while an investigation tightens its grip. The hour seems to open in the soft, uneasy light of morning with Jason still watching over Britt. The protective distance he keeps is familiar, almost ritualistic, but the circumstances feel far more personal than routine. Britt will almost certainly be nursing the remnants of last night's drinking, part embarrassment, part fog, and part emotional hangover that no amount of water can fix. Yet what makes this moment compelling isn't the alcohol, it's the vulnerability that came with it. Britt is not a woman who enjoys exposure. She survives by sharpening her edges, by controlling the narrative in any room she enters. A night that loosened her grip on that control would sting far more than a headache. The morning after, she won't be only tipsy and disoriented. She'll be sober enough to regret what she revealed through tone, posture, or raw honesty. Even if she didn't say anything outright, Britt may feel as if her defenses were visible, her fears too close to the surface, her pride temporarily misplaced. The awkwardness that follows could be immediate, especially with Jason present, not judging, not pressing yet, simply there in a way that makes avoidance impossible. Jason, for his part, is unlikely to let the moment pass without asking what he needs to know. His watchfulness is not only emotional, it is tactical. Britt is tied to something bigger than heartache. There is medicine involved, and the stakes implied by that detail carry an undercurrent of urgency and danger. Jason's questions will probably be restrained, measured, even gentle by his standards, but their intent will be clear. He wants clarity in a situation that is beginning to feel too shadowed to ignore. Britt will anticipate the worst version of that conversation before it even begins. She will assume he's asking about the medication, what it is, how she got it, who is supplying it, and what kind of leverage might be attached to every dose. Her instinct will be to protect herself with half-truths or deflection, not because she enjoys lying, but because secrets have become the scaffolding holding up whatever fragile piece she still possesses. When survival becomes a daily calculation, honesty can feel like a luxury she can't afford. And yet there is a crack in that armor. The night before, Jason showed tenderness, real, unmistakable tenderness, and Britt will not be able to dismiss the effect it had on her. The most interesting tension here may not be whether she answers Jason's questions, but whether she allows herself to believe that his concern is more than suspicion. A part of her may want to interpret his presence as proof that she still matters to someone capable of steadiness. Another part may fear that caring is exactly what will get her hurt. That push and pull could define the emotional temperature of their scenes. Britt might offer just enough truth to test the water while withholding the details that would make her feel exposed. Jason, sensing the fear beneath her deflection, could soften his approach without losing focus. This is the kind of dynamic General Hospital thrives on: romantic history threaded through present danger, tenderness pressed against the hard logic of self-preservation. The episode doesn't need fireworks to make these moments intense. A quiet conversation can be more devastating than a public confrontation when the stakes involve trust, medicine, and whatever shadows Britt may be trying to outrun. While Jason and Britt navigate the delicate aftermath of a night that reshaped their emotional footing, Tuesday's episode also appears to pivot to Drew and Willow, another pair standing on an unstable edge, but for very different reasons. Willow will be worried, and the preview suggests that worry is tied to the shooting investigation. Her anxiety is not the abstract kind; it is sharp, immediate, and rooted in the fear that the truth could be twisted into a verdict. Drew's role here seems clear: he will try to steady her before panic turns into resignation. His reassurance may sound confident, perhaps even stubbornly optimistic. The preview line about there being no way Turner could have rung that bell hints at a critical detail within the investigation, something that Drew believes undermines a damaging theory. Whether he is interpreting evidence, timing, or motives, the key point is his conviction that the narrative being built around Willow does not hold up. Drew will likely try to frame this not only as a legal or investigative issue, but as a future worth fighting for. He will emphasize the idea that things will work out in Willow's favor, that the story isn't finished, and that she shouldn't surrender to fear before the facts fully land. In classic soap tradition, that reassurance may come wrapped in a sentimental promise, the vision of a happily ever after that he believes they can still reach. But the emotional weight of this arc lies in the contrast between hope and pressure. Willow's worry suggests she is not easily comforted right now. Even when love is present, uncertainty can distort it. Drew may be trying to protect her from despair, but in doing so he may also be revealing how much he needs this outcome to be true. His confidence may be sincere, yet it can also be a lifeline he's throwing to both of them, an insistence that the future remains intact even as the present grows more volatile. Tuesday's episode, then, appears to be built on two parallel kinds of intimacy. Jason and Britt hover in the fragile aftermath of closeness complicated by secrecy and medicine. Drew and Willow stand amid the heat of an investigation that threatens to swallow the story they want to believe about their life together. One arc explores the quiet consequences of emotional exposure, the other wrestles with the frightening gap between what is feared and what can be proven. By the end of the hour, viewers may not get definitive answers, but they will likely feel the tension deepen. Britt's reaction to Jason's questions could set the tone for future trust, or future fracture. Drew's insistence that Willow will be cleared, that evidence will vindicate her, and that happiness is still within reach might soothe her for the moment, but it also raises the stakes for what happens if that confidence is tested. In a show where danger often arrives with a dramatic entrance, Tuesday's episode seems to remind us that the most consequential turning points can begin quietly. A guarded confession. A reluctant trust. A promise made too early, too confidently, or too desperately. The kind of mourning where someone regrets what they revealed, and someone else decides whether to ask for the truth gently or demand it outright. The kind of day where love tries to outrun fear, and where the line between reassurance and denial grows thinner with every ticking second of the investigation.